guys, welcome back to my channel, which is called Amrita Chetri, and that happens to be my name too. I've made this video as I'm sure a lot of people want to know what like can they do best in the flight, or they always want to know what we think of certain passengers when they do certain things. So I'm gonna give you 5 or 6 things that if you avoid doing, and if you'll do, you'll always be in the good books of a cabin crew, and they'll make sure that you have the most comfortable flight. So the first thing is, whenever the service cart is out, the cart from which they serve you food, try not to move a lot, because they have a certain time limit. It's not a rigid limit, but it's better for them to finish it in that time so that they can have proper rest. If it's a long flight or if it's a short flight, they can finish it before the top of descent. That's when the aircraft is ready to land, that starts. So like if you have to use the washroom in an emergency basis, of course you have to use that. Nobody's going to stop you from doing that. But if you can wait till the service is done, you can wait, because when you go and just stand behind them or in front of them when they're doing the service, it really irritates the crew, because that's like, first of all, there's no space for you to walk, and now they have to literally make space for you, and you know how you have to squeeze yourself, they have to squeeze themselves in between passengers, and they really don't want to do that. Second I can think of is, when you use the washroom, like make sure that it's at least in a decent condition when you come out, because there are other customers also who have to use it. Sometimes when the washrooms is in a mess, like the cabin crew, they are forced to lock the washroom, and there's just 1 or 2 washrooms available, or one lesser washroom available, which becomes a problem for you later. So make sure, think about others. I think it's just a courteous behavior. Think about others when you're using the washroom, wherever, actually, not only in the aircraft but also in public places. Make sure that it's in a decent condition when you come out. Third is it's an aircraft, right? So it's flying in the sky. So if they take off with like 50 meals, 51st person, let's say in 50 meals, let's say 20 is chicken, right? So if the 21st person asks for chicken, don't make it as one of the biggest issue that the world can have. I'm sure that you can do without that chicken. Like if you are thinking that, let's say you're gonna have chicken today, but then you did not get chicken, it's not the end of the world. And trust me, a cabin crew, as a cabin crew, I can vouch for it that they never lie to you that they don't have the chicken. It's not that they have like 5 chicken in the kitchen area, which is called galley, by the way, and they're not giving it to you. No, it's not like that. Sometimes when you make a big scene out of it, they give away their meals. And isn't it better for you to, like, let's say, be polite, and if you're very, very polite about when you're asking the like meals that you really wanted to have chicken, trust me, they'll go out of their way and they'll be happy to give you that meal. But if you make a big issue out of it, like how come there's no chicken, or how come there's no vegetarian in this aircraft, they will try to do a lot, but you are just giving hard time to the person unnecessarily, because it's not that they're lying, it's just that they take off with a limited amount of meals in the aircraft. So if they are saying no, it's not that they're saying no because they don't want to give you. They want to give it to you, but they don't have it. So if you would inform them politely that you were looking forward to have that chicken, or that you're a vegetarian, trust me, they will go out of their way to help you and to make you eat something delicious, or to make you eat what they have best, or they'll try to make something for you if you're a vegetarian or something. But I just know that they are not lying when they are saying that they don't have a particular meal. Fourth is it's so funny. I'm just making the video, so I just can't think of it. Like, make sure that if you have a good conversation, you can have a conversation. Like with them, it's not that they cannot have a conversation, but yeah, sometimes they get busy, so they really can't entertain that conversation. Um, but they love talking. They travel the world. Some of them are flying because it's their hobby, so you can talk to them. One thing is, like, don't press the call bell so many times. Like, if it's better, it's advisable for passengers to walk in the cabin if it's a long flight. So of course, if you're very very thirsty and you just need water, you can just press the call bell. Of course, the cabin crew will be there to help you no matter what. But if you can walk, go to the galley and ask them for a glass of water. Trust me, they'll make you like a cup of coffee and give it to you, like, because they would understand how nice you are to just come out of your way to the galley and ask them so politely for a glass of water. um yeah so when you put your bags in the overhead bins, it's not, the entire overhead bin is not yours. Like, you can arrange the overhead bins, because later what happens is, like, the last passenger comes and they bring like big bags, and poor him, that passenger has to suffer because you have kept the bags in an in an awkward position. Trust me, a cabin crew would do a lot to arrange those bags, but it's courteous enough to put the bags vertically. And yeah, so if you follow all these things, the cabin crew will really notice it, and they'll make sure that you have a wonderful flight.